The Audi A3 is your entry point into Audi's sedan lineup, and the good thing is it's never come across as a cut price Audi. What this is a car that offers the full Audi experience just in a shrunken package. Well, it's got a facelift now and also a new petrol engine. Let's see it in a bit more detail. The updated A3 retains the smart, clean lines of the earlier car, but the few visual updates do help bring the styling up to speed and in line with what you see on the latest Audis. In fact, there's a lot of A4 in the A3's look, at least at the front. The grille is more angular than before, and its new headlights with its cuts add a certain sharpness to the look too. Bi-xenon lights are standard, though LEDs are available as an option. A3s with the LED package also get these snazzy tail lights. They are nicely detailed and also feature dynamic turn indicators that swipe in the direction of the turn. Cool, right? There are a few changes elsewhere on the body too. On the inside, the smart cabin benefits from a sportier 3-spoke steering wheel, but the overall look and feel is same as before. It is a proper Audi in terms of quality, and elements like the turbine-like aircon vents and knurled climate control knobs make it feel more special still. This update also sees the addition of wireless charging for compatible phones and a more receptive voice command interface. As before, the A3 gets a sunroof, dual-zone climate control and Audi's MMI infotainment system that gets a retractable screen. Sadly, there's no Android Auto or Apple CarPlay, and Audi has also left out the brilliant virtual cockpit digital instruments on the India car. But perhaps the bigger issue for buyers will be rear seat space, or rather the lack of it. There's simply no getting around the fact that this is a relatively small car, though that's something you can say about the Mercedes-Benz CLA too. The truth is, the seats to be on are the comfy ones up front, and the driver's one in particular. Time then to talk about the big change under the hood. Audi has sadly discontinued the old A3's 180 HP 1.8-litre turbo petrol engine. In its place comes a new 150 HP 1.4 turbo petrol unit. It's the same engine as on the new A4, but with the unique addition of cylinder-on-demand technology. In a nutshell, the tech allows the engine to shut down 2 of its 4 cylinders at light throttle loads to enhance efficiency. When more power is needed, all 4 cylinders fire. It sounds impressive, and it really is. The thing about the cylinder-on-demand technology is that you won't know it's there unless you're told it's there. Seriously, the transition from 2 cylinders to 4 cylinders and back to 2 is so smooth that there's just no telltale sign on what mode the engine is running on. So, full throttle, 4 cylinders, get off the throttle, get back to cruising speeds, and it's on 2. But there's no real change in sound or any difference in the way the engine responds. And the good thing is, when you do floor the throttle again, there, you're back on the power. No stress. Thanks to the smaller engine and its use of cylinder-on-demand tech, the official fuel economy figure is up to 19.2 kilometers per litre. The old A3 petrol's figure for reference was 16.6 kpl. However, real-world fuel economy is solely down to how you drive and what you make of the performance on offer. We weren't quite sold on this engine when we experienced it first on the A4, but it works a whole lot better on the A3 and just suits this car's personality more. Sure, performance is notably down on the old 1.8-litre turbo petrol engine, and you just don't get that same mid-range explosion that you got on the old engine, but performance on the whole isn't bad. Whether you're in city limits or just gently cruising on the highway, you really won't have all that much to complain about. When you do drive hard, you will note that this is not the fastest revving of engines, but there is a fair amount of performance on offer here too. What does help extract the most out of the engine is the excellent 7-speed dual-clutch gearbox. It is quick and smooth in shifts and very responsive to manual inputs when you're in the mood to drive hard. Although there are no paddle shifters, the well-shaped gear lever is nice enough to use to keep it in the power band. In fact, there's a fair bit of fun to be had in manual mode. Still, you have to accept some compromises in refinement. The 1.4 turbo petrol engine is nice and quiet at idle, and even in average driving conditions you won't hear much from the engine bay. It's just that when you rev the engine hard, it tends to sound a bit busy, and noise levels are certainly higher than what they were in the old 1.8 turbo petrol motor. The other engine on offer, and arguably the one of greater interest, is a 2-litre diesel which carries over unchanged from before. The engine makes 143 HP and uses a 6-speed dual-clutch gearbox to send power to the front wheels. The A3 diesel feels the same as before, which means you get a good strong tug from the engine low down in the power band, and you have good access to power till about 4,500 RPM. The power band is wide, and what's nice is that the engine is also fairly free revving. Refinement levels are also good by class standards, but I must say I've just experienced the all-new 2-litre diesel engine on the new A4, and in comparison to that, this engine has started to feel a bit noisy. On other fronts, the A3 doesn't feel different. Ride quality is nice and absorbent as before, and free from the thuds and thumps we've just come to expect from European cars. What's also good is that the A3 remains a fun car to pilot. It feels small and compact from behind the wheel, and though the steering is on the lighter side, it's precise. There's lots of grip on offer too. The updated A3 launches in April, and though Audi has not revealed pricing, we expect it to cost around 1 lakh rupees more than the outgoing car, with prices likely to range from 28 to 35 lakh rupees ex-showroom. While we are sad the bomb of an engine that was the old 180 horsepower turbo petrol is no longer on offer, the fact is only about 10% of A3 buyers bought it in the first place. The new petrol engine is down on excitement, but it is up on efficiency, and that could just mean the petrol A3 will find more takers this time around. On the whole, the A3 is as likable as ever. It's not the car to buy if you're primarily chauffeur-driven, but for self-drive buyers or for luxury car owners looking to add a second, third, or even fourth car to their driveways, it makes for a great choice. Didn't someone say good things come in small packages?